How about those Devils? How about those Devils? How about those Devils? How about those Devils?
How about those Devils? Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And the New Jersey Devils returned home to the Rock, fresh off the heels of a beautiful victory over the Wild in Minnesota, looking to sweep the home-and-home series. And your New Jersey Devils, my friends, overcame adversity and trials and tribulations, and they gutted out a beautiful 3-2 victory over the Minnesota Wild via the shootout. I must ask, I must know.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Breathe it in, folks. Breathe it in. This New Jersey Devils club is playing some inspired hockey. Inspired playoff-type hockey. Indeed, we are coming down the stretch. Only 6 games left. This one was phenomenal. So much to get to. Let's get to the game. First period, Devils on the attack. The Wild try to clear. The puck pops up. Dowling makes a nice play. I'm going to call it a chop pass. He kind of chops his stick down, knocks the stick out of the Wild player's hand, gets the puck back to Pesce at the point. Pesce gets it to Luke on the wing. Luke takes a couple strides forward towards the goal and just unleashes a beautiful wrister from the circle. Clean goal.
He's long, strong, and down to get the defense on. Lucas Hughes.
Lucas Hughes gets his 7th of the season from Bratt, Pesce, and Dowling at 12:30, giving the New Jersey Devils a 1-0 lead. And the building was electric. I was in attendance right up against the glass. Shout out to my buddy Matt, and special thanks to his family, Derek and Jenna, for foregoing the ticket and allowing your boy Ace to accompany Matt to this beautiful game. And what a game it was. But we were smacking the glass. The crowd is into it. Obviously, the first goal so crucial for this New Jersey Devils club. They play a much better game with the lead than without. And it was lovely to see him get that 1-0 lead. The crowd is whipped into a frenzy. And, man, Luke Hughes, guys, before our eyes, our little Luke, he's growing up so fast, only 21 years old. He is going to be a special, special player. I mean, he already is. But as he progresses, gets a little bit more of the man meat on him, and gets more experience under his belt, this kid is going to be an absolute stud. Absolute stud. Hopefully Fitzy's able to lock him up long-term sooner than later, and he will be a big part of this nucleus for years to come. But what a game for Luke Hughes. And it starts with his 7th of the season at 12:30, giving the Devils the 1-0 lead. That is how the period would end. And to no one's surprise, this one playing very much like a playoff game. Devils with 10 shots in that first period, the Wild with 7. And it was nice to have a lead after a period. We head to the second period with that 1-0 lead. And in the second, chances for both clubs. Jacob Markstrom looking very sharp from the start. No goals to speak of in the second period. Wild with 9 shots on goal, and the Devils with 12. Through 2 periods, Devils with 22 shots, and the Wild with 16. And we head to the third with that same 1-0 lead, and again, everyone's PTSD starts to kick in, and I fully understand. It happens to me as well. These tight games down the stretch, the cardiac kid, New Jersey Devils have taken us on a wild roller coaster ride all season long. Ups and downs, super high highs, super low lows, and we're just looking to close it out to sweep the season series and get 2 massive points as we continue to inch closer to a playoff berth. Oh, the playoffs. We need the playoffs like the air we breathe. Playoff hockey must come to the Rock, and we're getting closer and closer, kids. We go to the third period with the 1-0 lead, looking to close it out. And we had to take some punches here. At 2:57, Wild moving it around in their O-zone. They get the puck to Middleton at the point. He shoots it on net, and Hinostroza gets the tip to beat Markey. Oh, it was painful. Super painful. I feel like the Devils have given up tons of goals like this over the course of the season, where either a slapper or a wrist shot from the point gets deflected by someone in front, and it's super frustrating. Obviously very tough to guard against for the goaltender, but wow, we've been beaten on so many of these tips and deflections, and this was another one at 2:57, ties the game at 1, and I was a little deflated. The crowd was a little bit deflated as well. Devils fighting hard throughout the game, and the shutout is broken. Period continues, and a mere 30 seconds later, 30 seconds after the Wild goal, it looks like the Devils reclaim the lead. Brett Pesce shoots one. It pops up over the head of Gustafsson, lands on his back, and he, like, reaches back. It was one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen. Reaches back, and it looks like a goal. The Devils celebrate. Wild play. And then eventually, somehow, and this is kind of weird as well, it looked like it was originally called a goal. Then they rule that it was not a goal. And then they go to the challenge booth, and it was super weird. I don't know. I thought they originally called it a goal, but then they changed it to no goal. And then to overturn it, there would need to be, undeniable evidence of it being a goal. And after watching so many replays, it's super close. The puck is like partially past the crossbar, and you can't really see it, and it's hard to tell. I'm curious if the goal was ruled a goal on the ice, what would have happened when they reviewed it? Would there have been enough evidence to overturn it? I don't know. So it almost seemed like in that scenario, whatever it was ruled initially would stand because it was too hard to tell. But who knows? Toronto probably has more angles, and, I don't know. But either way, the building was quickly up when we thought it was a goal, and we quickly came crashing down when it was waved off. Painful stuff. And wow, that one was a gut punch. The period continues. 1-1 still. Later in the period, Brazeau skating the puck out of the D zone for the Wild. Luke Hughes makes an incredible play to strip the puck and kind of get it to Nason. Nason skates towards the net and does a shot pass at the net on the nice angle, and Nico's in the perfect position right in front on the doorstep to redirect it into the back of the net.
He's pretty, and he lives in Jersey City, number 13, Nico Hischier.
Nico Hischier. His 34th of the season from Stefan Nason and Luke Hughes at 9-12 gives the New Jersey Devils a 2-1 lead. And the crowd goes bananas, guys. The captain, Nico Hischier. Oh, captain, my captain. What can we say about this guy? Hat trick in the last game in Minnesota. Just an absolute force for your New Jersey Devils all season long, getting it done both offensively and defensively. A face-off master. This guy just does it all. And Nico gets the go-ahead goal with 9-12, and the arena is in a frenzy. My hand still hurt from hitting the glass. Just two hands smacking on the glass. Beautiful play by Nason to Nico, giving the Devils the 2-1 lead. And the Devils held that lead throughout the period till very late. And I was talking to my buddy Matt, and I was like, oh, and we're going to be having a heart attack when they pull the goalie. Always some heart attack-inducing moments when the Devils are fighting off the 6-on-5 with the extra attacker. And it didn't even get to that point. We were super close, but probably moments before they were about to pull Gustafsson. At 17:52, Wild dump it in. Markey can't quite corral it behind the net. Looked like he tried to play it and fire it around, but he couldn't get the handle on it. It gets through him. Dylan gets to the puck, and he tries to backhand it up the ice. It takes a freak deflection off of Foligno's skate and goes right in front to Boldy, who is all alone. He fakes forehand, pulls it back, goes backhand, and gets it by the outstretched Markey as he's falling to the ice. It was an insane play. The puck just being ricochets right in front. Boldy has it. He fakes the four, goes to the backhand, and as he's falling, just fires it past Markstrom. And my God, that was such a dagger. Way too much time and space for Boldy in front. He is one of the most skilled players in the league. He's going to be a force for Team USA in the Olympics next year, guys. Going to be fun to root for him for a couple weeks when he's wearing the red, white, and blue. But tonight, he was the enemy and in a Wild jersey with 2:08 remaining in the game. What a freak play. Not the best play by Dylan, but I mean, that is just super unfortunate and so unlucky. Like that, you could try that play 100 times and you wouldn't see that happen again. Like freak bounce right in front, but Boldy buries it. Credit to him. And the game is tied at 17:52. And once again, the crowd just deflated. What a heartbreaking, man, we were just so close. Just over 2 minutes away from escaping with back-to-back victories over the Wild. Another massive 2 points. And the game is tied, and that is how the third period would end. I don't know why the crowd was booing Luke Hughes, by the way. With about 20 seconds left, I did think this was weird, but with about 20 seconds left or so, Luke had the puck behind our own net, and he was waiting for a couple seconds, and I expected him to go, like, full blast. I thought he would wait a couple seconds and then just go for one final rush with maybe, like, 15 seconds left. But sure enough, he just held it and wasted the whole clock, and the arena started booing. I thought it was weird play by Luke, but probably just wanted to make sure we secured the point and maybe conserve some energy, knowing that he was going to play a good chunk of the overtime. But Definitely bizarre for sure. But the third period ends with that weird Luke Hughes just holding on to it behind the net. The crowd boos a little bit. I would never boo a situation like that. And we head to the overtime. What an interesting period. We thought we had the go-ahead goal. It gets waved off. Then we do get the go-ahead goal. And then with just over 2 minutes left, the Wild tie it. Playoff battle, guys. Absolute playoff battle. Wild with 10 shots in the third period. The Devils with 5. We head to overtime and another adversity moment. Devils with a couple chances in overtime. But then about midway through the overtime period, a beautiful play results in a beautiful goal. Luke Hughes to Nico Hischier to Paul Cotter to end the game. Or does he? Oh, no. Paul Cotter scores a goal. The crowd goes crazy. We're all celebrating. And a couple seconds into our celebration, while we're smacking the glass and going crazy, I see the refs over at the box looking for the iPad again. And I said, oh, my God, are they going to wipe an overtime game-winning goal for my man Paulie C off the board? And sure enough, after video review, it was offsides. The puck just came out by a hair. The Luke pass to Nico. When Nico came in, it just got out by a hair. And the goal comes off the board, and we resume the overtime. And it's like, oh, my God, how many things can you have to overcome within a game? We had the Nason goal disallowed in the third period. Then the back-breaking game-tying goal with just over 2 minutes left. And now a game winner in overtime wiped off the board. It seemed like it could have been one of those cursed nights or a point for the boys to rally behind. Finished the overtime, a couple more chances. The Devils exited the zone a lot. It was almost like a game of keep away, to be honest. I do hate the overtime now, the way it all works with the possessions. I get it. Every team does it, including the Devils. I do hate it, but it is what it is. But we end overtime without any goals after the Cotter goal disallowed, and we head to the shootout, and now my heart is pumping on full blast. We head to the shootout. And who looks for redemption as the first shooter for the New Jersey Devils? Paul Cotter up to shoot first. Paulie Cotter comes in all alone, throws on a couple moves, and just beautiful finish with those silky mitts.
Paulie! Yo, Paulie! Hey, yo, Paulie!
Paulie! Paul Cotter gives the Devils the 1-0 lead in the shootout. Love to put the pressure on the other team. And they must have felt it. We get to the Wild's first shooter. Mats Zuccarello comes in on Markey. Stopped. Markey makes the save. Love to see it. And now we're in one. We are in one. The next shooter up for your New Jersey Devils, Mr. Consistency, number 63, Jesperbratt. And Bratter comes on in, throws on a couple moves, and he scores.
Jesperbratt, tit-a-tat, where my boy at?
Where my boy at? Jesperbratt gives the Devils the 2-0 lead in the shootout and now puts Matt Boldy in a do-or-die situation to extend the shootout. Devils up 2-0. Matt Boldy comes up, skates on in. Markey makes the save, and your New Jersey Devils come out with a beautiful 3-2 win after a shootout. And wow, what a game. What a game. Love to see it. Hard-fought victory. Like I said, overcoming adversity. 2 disallowed goals, including 1 in overtime. The late game-tying goal. I mean, it just had a little bit of everything. Oh, randomly just came into my head. I thought the penalty on Dumoulin was complete BS. That wasn't a hold whatsoever. I thought that was a terrible piece of officiating, but I'm just kind of numb to it now. I feel like there's just horrible calls every game. It is what it is, but wow. We get to the game stats. Wild with 29 shots on goal. The Devils with 28 shots on goal. Faceoffs pretty close. Wild 52.8%. Devils 47.2%. Both the Wild and the Devils go 0 for 2 on the power play. Wild with 25 hits. The Devils with 23 hits. Wild with 18 block shots. The Devils with 13 block shots. Wild with 13 giveaways. The Devils with 23 giveaways. He's got to clean that up. 23 is way too many. Slop. Clean that up. Wild with 5 takeaways and the Devils with 3 takeaways. What a massive win for this New Jersey Devils club to sweep the Wild in a home-and-home. A team that is also very desperate, needing points for their playoff push. And the Devils really dealt them a a devastating blow. I mean, the Wild at least got the point out of it, but they're fighting for their playoff lives as well. And wow, 2 big playoff-type wins for your New Jersey Devils in the last 2 over the Wild, and it is a beautiful thing to see. They are embracing the grind and just doing what they need to do to get these wins, and it was beautiful. Now, listen, it's only 2 games. I'm not going to, again, say, oh, everything's fixed, everything's beautiful, because it's not. This team has still been wildly inconsistent throughout the course of the year. With that being said, these past 2 games are super encouraging. Could it be the turnaround? Absolutely, it could be. I'm not saying it is, but it very well could be. Time will tell. 6 games left in this season. 6 left. The next one being another massive game back at the Rock Saturday afternoon against the New York Rangers. And we could really, maybe not the final death blow, but the near death blow to their playoff chances on Saturday. I expect that one to be another playoff war. Another playoff war. Devils looking to inch closer to their playoff berth. Rangers desperately looking to stay alive. We could really damage their chances with another win at the Rock. And that would be a 3-game winning streak for your New Jersey Devils. Looking to potentially, I don't want to jinx it, but we are still looking for that elusive 4-game winning streak that hasn't happened in over 2 calendar years. It is crazy. We've had so many chances. The Devils have had so many 3-game winning streaks from then until now and just could never get the 4th win. But would love to see the Devils take out the Rangers on Saturday, which would give them 3 in a row, and then they would have to beat Boston for the 4th in the following game. It could happen, but all I want to see is consistent 60-minute efforts from this Devils club, which we have seen in the last couple games. And yeah, just tighten up some specific things in their game. Most importantly, I would say in the D zone, whether it's, clearing pucks out or zone exits, just tightening up a little bit, especially in front of Markey. We've seen some little sloppy plays here and there that cost us goals, and it's unfortunate. It is part of the game. It happens. But if they could really hone in on that, tighten that up, I think this team could be dangerous, guys. I really do. But I'm hoping we could just see more consistency. We've seen 2 games in a row now. Let's see how they finish these final 6. And it's looking more and more like we are going to have that showdown with the Carolina Hurricanes in round 1. And boy, would it be unbelievable to knock them out. I hate the Canes so, so much. Knocking them out of the playoffs would bring me a lot of joy. A lot of joy. Let me know what you thought about this game in the comments. Shout out to all of you that made it out to the post-game live. It was a pretty interesting one. I had some people video in for the first time in channel history. If you haven't seen a post-game live, I'll put the link in the description. Check that out. But what a win. What a win. I'm super jacked for Saturday against the Rangers. It sucks that we now have 4 days off. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with myself from then till now. It's going to seem like an eternity in between games. But I'll probably have a couple of videos coming out for you guys, including a vlog from this game. I have a pretty cool video about Devils goaltending prospect and current Boston University Terrier, Mikhail Yegorov, who could be the future in net for your New Jersey Devils. He is looking like a stud in the making as well, playing under former New Jersey Devil Jay Pandolfo, the head coach of BU. So that'll be coming out probably in the next couple days as well. I have a ton of stuff in the works. I just put out part 3 of the Cam Jansen interview. If you haven't seen that, I'll put the link in the description for that as well. Wow. But we are almost in the playoffs, guys. We're almost in the playoffs. We're in the month of April. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. If the big guns can be the big guns and we could get some depth scoring with a hot Markey. And shout out to Jacob Markstrom. He's getting closer and closer to his old self. I'm not going to say he's completely back yet, but he's getting damn close. A lot of great saves on the evening, stopping 27 of 29 shots that came his way. Wow. Was the #1 star of the game for his efforts. Shout out to Markey. Love me some Markey. What a fiery dude. What a legend. Love Markey. We're going to need him big time. We are going to go as far as he could drag us. In Jacob Markstrom, we trust. Hopefully, he's a couple more games and he's going to be really there. Love to see it. But yeah, throw anything out there in the comments. Anything, everything Devils hockey, throw it out there in the comments, whether it's about this game, something else, the upcoming Rangers game. Throw it all out there. I enjoy talking to all of you. I'll be back soon. Tons of stuff in the works as always. And yeah, check out the links in the description and all that stuff. And I think that's all I got for now. But wow, what a time. What a time to be a New Jersey Devils fan. We are on the cusp of the playoffs. Love me some playoff hockey. All right, that's it, for real. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go.